What's up, party people? Chris Kerns, PDGA number 56700. Finally decided to do an in the bag. You know, I've had a lot of people lately on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram really asking me to do one. So I'm not a big camera guy, as you can tell, but I thought I might as well go ahead and do it. So here we go. First of all, I carry a Rebel bag by Upper Park Design. Super comfy bag. As you can see, the back padding is extra thick. It's almost 2 inches thick in some spots. Really breathable in the summertime, especially these humid Michigan springs and summers we have. It's got most of the standard bag features. One thing I really love though is the vertical storage. Keep some of the weight higher, and I'll kind of put some of my go-tos up here. Let's get into the plastic. Arguably, the most important plastic in your bag is your mini. You might run into some tough spots if you don't have this. You accidentally flip a disc. Next thing you know, you're stroked in a tournament. Not good. And actually, one thing my cat and I have in common is she also loves this disc. That's why you see a lot of little bite marks here. Shameless plug, shout out to my sponsor, Washington County Glow. Always support me when I'm out there on tour, you know, so much so that I've turned down sponsorships from Innova, Discraft. Not that I have a problem with those manufacturers, but with Washington County Glow, they get all brands stamped with their logos, so I can throw anything I want. So it's kind of a no-brainer. I've got two main putters I roll with. I've got a Wizard. This one happens to be a Glow Classic. 24 Chains is a stamp. Ironically, shout out to those guys. 24 Chains, super cool group. I guess they're a league. Actually, I've never played with them. I found this hat at Waterworks on hole 2's fairway. It happened to fit my big head. It's comfortable, so you know, that's awesome. Maybe check them out, I don't know. The other disc I putt with is a Discraft Focus. Nice little Washington County Glow stamp there. But these two putters, very, very different. So it throws a lot of people off that I switch back and forth almost seamlessly. The Focus, I would say, has a lot more glide. Oddly enough, for a putter, the Wizard has almost zero glide, but it's great for those tailwind shots. Moving down the bag, I will show you two more foci, plural, nailed it. I've got a Elite X Soft Focus, another beautiful WC Glow stamp, and this one's a little less stable. The plastic is a little softer, and I can pretty much do whatever I want with it. This is a great headwind driving putter. You know, you go to an open course around here like Lakeshore, you get 15-20 mile-an-hour winds. This thing you can just release super flat with confidence. It's going right where you want. Then we have a legend called the Crystal Focus. I can't show you the flight plate of this one because it's been tattooed from a league ace. But let's just say there's been a few league aces with this bad boy. And little fun fact about this disc is, I won't say his name, but people do call him Puttimus Prime. If you need another hint, he's been known to drive backhand with two hands. I was in a heated points battle for Washington County Glow. We had 2 weeks ago in the season. I'm sitting number 2, I think 10 points behind Scotty Reslock. We're on the same card, and I ace in his face with this disc to take the points lead, and the next week win the championship. I probably actually shouldn't tell you anything else about that disc. We're just gonna put that back in the vault. So, you know, I'm gonna cut this. Don't worry about that. Then we have a Axiom MB. This is a really nice disc. Kind of a really nice when you have a lot of crosswind and you want to putt upside down with a putter. This is what you're looking for. You can see the slimmer profile. It just kind of hits that wind and that edge, it just guides it right into the bucket. Kind of a cool utility disc. You never know what situation you're gonna run into out there on the course. So let's get into the mid-ranges. For me, I pretty much carry two discs. I carry a Buzz made by Discraft. My 10 years probably my favorite. And a little piece of history, this is actually a super straight modified wasp. So that's neat. I've never thrown a wasp, but this disc is tight. I carry 3. This is the stable one. Call this my mustache buzz. This one, I can do whatever I want. Old ESP, this is the flippy one. So that kind of hits it. When I really need some beefcake, I'll bust out the Hornet. This is a pretty meaty mid-range. I usually throw it on either backhands with a lot of crosswind, or if I actually need a good forehand roller, I'll launch this out there and it's really reliable. Let's see. Moving on to some fairway drivers. Innova T-Bird. Great disc. I'm sure Macbeth is going to miss this one. I'm trying to think of a shot I don't use this disc for. Pretty much anything is fair game. I'd say my favorite shots are kind of those downhill holes, straight downhill, about 400, 450 feet. I don't think I've ever thrown an aerial shot on that kind of fairway. So, moving along, this is, you didn't see that, never mind. We're gonna go to Valkyrie. Another great disc. You'll notice kind of the middle of my bag is a lot of Innova plastic. No real intent there. I think it was just, you know, when I started throwing back in '92, Innova just had a lot of the good drivers out there. So that's what I started throwing. It's kind of stuck. So Valkyries, really nice long fairway driver. It's almost a full distance driver. Tunnel shots, S shots, you name it, it's going to be done with this disc. Then we're going to get into the bombers. That's what the big boys throw. First run ESP crank. These are my go-tos. I carry one lightweight, 169 grams. The other 175 max. Let's go on to some, probably the last 3 I'm going to bust out here. This pretty little lady is a Punisher. I think this mold came out late last year. It's a really fun disc to throw. You need a lot of space. It's got -4 high-speed churn. So you want to go hyzer release. If you're a power arm, hyzer release, it's going to stand up and it's got a ton of churn with that -4 rating. But if you have the height and space, it will come back. I've outdriven the hole 1 at Rolling Hills with this many times. So it's a great disc. And then the last 2, I have got a disc called the Force, aptly named. This is a great disc. I love it a lot when it's raining actually. For some reason, I don't know if it's the narrow profile, it's just really not interfered with by rain. It just kind of slices right through. You know, it's kind of like when you have a rain X on your windshield. I don't know how to explain it actually. It might be some newer science or technology in the disc with disc graft. I think this is a new driver, so I just started throwing them 3 months ago, but I'm telling you, go get one, throw it in the rain, tell me I'm wrong. That's all I'll say about that. Last but not least, this is a Destroyer. This is a Swirly Star. It's a Philo Braithwaite. I don't know, some guy, I think he's a pro, he's on their team. I think he deuced like a pretty long hole a couple years ago. So they made this cool stamp, but I just like this disc a lot. In midsummer, I can hit real precision tunnel shots. The color, for some reason, I never lose this. This really pops out in the woods. You've got a lot of lush greens here in Michigan. This stands out really well. But this is a really fun disc. This is just kind of a Chris Kerns pro tip. I like to carry burst bees everywhere I go. It's just important to have those lips, not get chapped, especially if it's windy out. It's so important to me I actually carry a Blistex backup in case I lose this one, or there's been a few times where it's been hot out and it's melted in my bag. So you can't go out on the course without that. Nail clippers. For those of us that are hardcore, disc golf is kind of like Fight Club. It's the reason I clip my nails. So a good pair, I'll tell you this, if you need to file your nails after, your clippers are trash. Throw them away, take some pride in yourself, get a quality pair. Also, I will go into the resin bags. These are nice when it's moist out. Shout out to Mitten Bags. This is a great product. It's shaped like Michigan. Hey, see? Very similar. But this is a great product. It keeps my hand nice and dry when it's raining out, or if sometimes I get real nervous or clammy on the first hole, so my palms get sweaty. This just soaks it right up. So, and this one actually glows, kind of neat. I really like to carry a Gold Bond with me. If you're a disc golfer out there under 30, you were warned. If you're over 30, you're welcome. Well, thanks for bearing with me on that in the bag video, and until we meet again, remember, you're all beautiful and special in your